All right, everybody. I'd like you to take a minute and imagine that you're driving down a road in, well, it could be anywhere. I would like you to imagine a giant housing project, and in that housing project, there's a fight. There's a big fight. People are swinging at each other. People are yelling. You can see that there's a few different factions of individuals going at it. There's a few families. You can kind of make out what's going on. You feel like, I don't know how you would feel. Most people, I think, would be like, I'm not getting involved in this. But some people say, no, let's get in there. Let's get in there. We're going to side with the winning team. And there's some money to be made here. And that's the United States with the Middle East. Now, I know that's probably not the best analogy, because we're sort of, I don't want to compare the Middle East to a housing project.
The Wire.
Yeah. But the instinct to get in there, to insert yourself into a very complicated conflict, to think that you're going to come out on top is a little nuts.
Unscathed, yeah. I don't think you're gonna come out unscathed. You know, you're gonna lose some shit, but it's not gonna be enough that you're like, well, that wasn't worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Some sort of the right people have that mindset, but then you give these people nuclear weapons, and then you're like, all right, well,
right.
I have the history of using that.
So what would be the equivalent of the nuclear weapon in that situation? Maybe like a big, like some kind of like a stick.
I mean, like a gun, man. I don't know,
like a gun?
like a bayonet. Yeah, a bayonet. I feel like
It
in
would
that
have
situation,
to be like a melee weapon, though. It would have to be maybe like a medieval mace.
the mace. Okay, yeah, the mace.
Yeah,
I feel like that would be good. And yeah, I feel like a mace and at the same time like a taser. Yeah, I feel like that's the equivalent of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you can really just shut people down.
Right, and in the trunk of your car is like a taser that can tase up to 5 people.
Up to 5 people, and then your trunk has a lot of space.
Mm-hmm.
It has a lot of space for more than 5 people.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's the equivalent, I think, of America.
Right.
In the Middle East.
America's like a guy that is in the Renaissance Festival and is coming home from the weekend and has a bunch of medieval weapons in his car.
Yeah. And seen Goodfellas a few too many times.
Yeah.
And was like, yeah, this is a good idea.
Right.
We're going to bury him.
Yeah.
And we go to my mother's place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably the accurate description of like the Middle East, the Cold War. That's basically where it basically started. I feel like when like the U.S. really started to be like, we should go check out what's going on over there, and like let's not do it in like the most altruistic way.
Now, is it? By the way, we're talking to Bassam Shawl, the guy that I got some messages about you. People were like, "Oh, you probably had a smart guy on to talk about the Middle East, and we had to hear Dylan be a fucking idiot." So we are redoing an episode because I used his roommate's
Zoom.
His roommate's Zoom.
Well, then
I got my own Zoom. I borrowed another Zoom.
My conspiracy though is the Mossad took it out. That's my
the Mossad took
the
out
Mossad.
my
The
SD
Israeli intelligence was working with my roommate,
Mm-hmm.
and they sabotaged our plans to tell the truth here.
Mm-hmm.
That's my because they've killed Iranian scientists.
Wait, so what's Israel in this analogy? Israel's like
it owns the place.
Yeah.
It owns the playground, right? Yeah.
No, but Israel was inserted into the Middle East.
Yeah.
Later
as a state.
I guess as a state.
In the 40s,
but there are always Jews. There are always Jews
in the area. Yeah. Because it was like part of like the Ottoman Empire.
Yeah. One thing life has taught me is that there's always Jews.
They're around.
They're there.
They're around. Yeah. I mean, we're in Williamsburg right now. Yeah. So this is pretty true to the fact. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think in the Middle East there was a decent amount, obviously, especially in that area.
But Israel is kind of like if you got all the little people in that housing complex, and you gave them you were able to give them power. You were able to give them.
You give
weapons.
them a taser. You give them a taser.
You give them a taser.
You give them one of the tasers.
So you're like, oh, who do I give these weapons to?
Yeah.
We're gonna give them to the little people.
Right. And so like now imagine Iran is part of those little people. You know. So,
are they?
Yeah, because like at the beginning of the Cold War, because like we were helping Iran with like the Shah, and so like until he basically misbehaved, like then we took away. Like the state did, at least Iran misbehaved. Then we take away the taser because their nuclear program itself, like we are actually starting that.
Wait, this was during the Cold War that
we were like actually nukes? we were helping them with their nuclear program. They didn't have like nuclear weapons, but like they had like nuclear facilities because it was directly correlated with like American foreign policy back then.
Okay.
Because like they had oil, we like basically helped run their government until '79.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like similar to Israel, like Iran and Israel were pretty close too. They were boys.
Yeah.
They were boys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then the Arabs were just like, you know, kind of there.
What country hated Israel the most?
Probably Egypt initially.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was probably the big one. Lebanon joined in pretty quick too.
Mm-hmm.
Levant countries really got into it.
Mm-hmm.
The Gulf countries didn't really take that much part into it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Saudis, the Qataris, and all of them. But they came later. And then I'm saying like right now, like Saudi Arabia and like Israel like work together. But like, you know, that's most people in the region now.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone who's like in the Sunni bloc definitely does not fuck with Iran,
Mm-hmm.
but they'll fuck with Israel more because the enemy is the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Enemy of my enemy is my friend, you know?
Right.
So like, yeah, all these different sort of fucking changes in the playground here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because one thing we talked about on the Lost episode was that
Lost episode, I love that.
Yeah. It might even be. I mean, maybe it'll turn up. I don't know.
The Lost Iran tapes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The U.S. When the U.S. inserts himself into the Middle East, it's always it's you make money in the short term, but it's not as far as long term. It doesn't really.
Yeah, I mean,
you don't really benefit anybody or
with like Iran though, like because we like basically owned their oil for a while.
Mm-hmm.
That was like the big incentive, like for us, like being there
Mm-hmm.
with these Saudi states. It's like and like the Arab states, it's very much like we get oil, and they buy shit from us. They buy a lot of military from us.
Mm-hmm.
So like they basically ask for like the knives and like the tasers and like all of that shit, and we're happy to give it to them.
Yeah,
because like we're making money and like. Yeah, we're not getting really hurt in the process.
So to understand our relationship with Iran, do you kind of you have to go back to like to Mossadegh?
You go back to Mossadegh, even before then, like when the first Iranian Shah was there, who was like known as like the first Shah, Reza Pahlavi. He was like a military guy, united the country through like like nationalism, like militarism, all that kind of shit.
When was this?
This is like in like right after the World War I think. Like,
World War I.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So it's like leading up the 20s and 30s,
Yeah.
and then he's basically sort of overthrown by the Ally powers because he's like kind of sympathetic to Hitler because the Aryans, you know.
Okay.
They Aryans or Iranians, like the land of Iran means that's what
Okay.
it is. Yeah. So if they depose him,
He
they
was like,
install
"Hey,
this
Hitler,
guy.
we're just like you."
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Come on, but we have hummus. Yeah. But this guy was like hardcore. Like he would like he's like Darth Vader in like a lot of different ways. Like he would like fucking like punch and like kick his like subordinates in the balls if like they didn't like what he was like doing. And then to his son, like his son was like, you know, born and like kind of like a prince already, and like he like was like, I won't be affectionate to you because like then you'll be gay.
This is the Shah.
This is the Shah. Yeah, the first Shah wouldn't be to his second Shah, who would become the second Shah, his son. And he just goes like, yeah, I can't be affectionate. You have to call me sir all the time, otherwise like you're gay. And yeah, they didn't have a good relationship. And so when like he got his dad's kingdom, like he just like, you know, didn't have like the cunning or like he was Fredo. He was a Fredo. You know, that's basically it. He was a Fredo. And we helped him basically like quell.
Like, but at least I'm not gay.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I was like, I'm a fascist, but I'm not gay,
Yeah.
bro. Yeah, I'm not Buttigieg. You know? Yeah. So we helped him basically with his government in terms of like suppressing any sort of dissent. It was very hedonistic. It was like a monarchy, very similar to like the oligarchy in like
This
America.
is Shah.
This is the Shah. Yeah. And so like we deposed Mossadegh because he was elected.
That cocksucker said I look like the Shah of Iran. The Shah of Iran.
Look, one of those fucking cats, bro. Right?
Yeah.
So in the 50s, the CIA and the Mossad and the UK, like MI6, like James Bond people, overthrew the democratically elected Mossadegh, who was going to help.
What did they do with him,
nationalize.
by the way? Because we all saw Argo. We all saw the first few minutes of Argo.
Yeah,
They
Mossadegh.
just told him to
He
get
just
out.
lives in exile. Yeah, they basically get him out. But
It's a bummer.
It's a bummer, man. Yeah, you just like you.
He was democratically
Democratically elected. You
elected.
become the prime minister of your country. You nationalize the resources of your country. You're gonna make your country like strong again. And like, you know, it's an own independent. Like,
Well, in their defense, I think what it is when people are brown, you don't care about them as much.
Not really.
I mean, you don't relate to them.
Yeah, we're not at the top of the list, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is okay.
Yeah. At least you're not Africa. I mean, of all the damage Whitey's done, would you say Africa?
I'd say it's up there.
Yeah.
I'd say like
Middle East.
it's not seen as much because like, you know, there's not like pendulum warfare there.
Yeah.
That we're involved in directly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like Africa definitely got more of the bad end of the risk board, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And Yeah, so then we reinstalled the Shah, and until 79, he just was like, very like, I wanted to be like Paris. He wanted to be like French.
Yeah.
He wanted to be like Emmanuel
And
Macron.
who wants to be French?
I don't know. Who aspires to like want to be part of the people who always surrender?
Yeah.
And like your export is cheese, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't like that. Yeah. So 79 happened because there was a big parts of the country. Everyone was pissed. Not one specific political group. The only group that was allowed to organize during the Shah's sort of reign were the religious groups, like the theocrats, the mullahs.
Okay.
So when the revolution
Now,
happened,
we did talk about this on last episode, but don't feel like you have to go, you have to re-explain everything.
Yeah.
But I didn't understand that when you brought it up because, the Shah was like a puppet dictator, but I guess under Iranian law, they were allowed to, the Muslims were allowed to, organize. So they had the most power when they...
Yeah, no, the only organization that people could do was through religion because they had no political parties there. That's what I was saying. Yeah,
he was the only political party.
So, he was the only political party. Everything else was like a facade. It was like him, the military. That's basically it. So the only place people can like meet was in like mosques.
Yeah. It's hard to relate for us. Like it's hard for us to relate to that.
Yeah.
But I feel like imagine if like the only political party was Bill Clinton.
The party of the blow.
Yeah, just a rapist.
Yeah. just a real good Epstein supporter. Yeah. The party of Epstein, I feel like that is. Yeah. That would be cool.
And you can't even support, the other rich family, the Bush family.
Right? Because they're war criminals.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a real thing. Yeah, that's basically and then you can't like really hang out with people and discuss politics openly because if you do, you'll get taken in the night and you'll get tortured and like
really?
they'll that's what the Savak did. That's what they're like the secret like Gestapo of like the Iranian like Shah and like the monarchy.
Okay.
And this like Savak was supported by the CIA, the Mossad, and MI6, and like that was like a reign of terror for Iran.
So the CIA's got a lot of power.
Dude, CIA is like the most dangerous institution in the world.
Yeah.
I wholeheartedly believe that. And I remember like I used to growing up like because I wanted to be a diplomat.
Yeah.
I just want.
Because it's hard to imagine because when you think of the CIA, you think of like a guy in aviator sunglasses. Yeah, but like or like a guy in aviator sunglasses and a baseball hat and khaki pants who's
Tom
like
Clancy.
looking with binoculars. But it's not. Yeah, but it's like you don't think of them as being able to do, or I guess I don't think of them as being able to do that much.
Yeah.
Like what can they possibly do?
Yeah, the way I think they kind of like organized chaos and sound. We saw like the Bay of Pigs. That's like a clear example right there. They have like special
how many people
projects.
work for the CIA?
I gotta say like hundreds of thousands. I feel like
Hundreds of thousands. Okay.
Yeah, and I feel like there's a lot of people who obviously don't have that in their official title. Yeah, like people who work at a non-profit in DC, right? It's like always kind of kept vague.
Did you see people were mad at Jim from The Office because
he's Jack Ryan?
Well, yeah, but he gave some interview. He was like, "Oh man, I really nerded out when I got to the CIA. That was so cool."
Right? I mean. I'm not gonna front. I would think it was pretty cool if I was visiting the CIA. But that being said, they're fucking shitty people. There's a fucking shitty institution. But like that's like admiring like the work of like a beautiful serial killer.
Yeah,
Right. And like you really can't stop this guy, so you kind of maybe want to just look at the aesthetics.
You just admire his work.
Yeah. I mean, the Eagles, they're so cool, man. Yeah. So the
There's
CIA.
also the thing of like being so far removed from all the evil that you're doing is. I mean, I think you do a lot more.
Yeah, they could do a lot more.
Worse.
But there was a lot worse back in the Cold War, I feel like. But there's still back, like these days, like I think there's a lot more dissent because of who's president.
Yeah.
I don't think they're necessarily
It doesn't seem like anybody in the CIA has to like look the person they're killing in the face or
no assets.
whatever.
I feel like they do this shit abroad, and they do it a lot of times in the cyberspace too, and like how they coordinate all of this. But what I find funny about the assassination of Qassem Soleimani was that like it was basically under like the direct leadership of like Pompeo, who is like our Secretary of State.
Yeah,
that's like our lead diplomat.
Yeah,
so like it's kind of fucking ironic that our lead diplomat organized an assassination. It's just kind of funny to me, That's like the exact opposite job that you were expected to do.
Because did Pompeo, was he a director of the CIA?
Yeah, he was a part of that. He was a part of that. You know what? So if I'm thinking back on it, it kind of makes sense that he was doing that.
Yeah.
But God damn it, man! What a fucking. That's just so funny. The Department of Defense was barely involved. Apparently.
Yeah.
They didn't even know about this, and they're like, we don't really agree with the assessment.
Yeah.
But like, that's just how funny this administration
right,
is.
Right.
This guy's like wearing multiple hats, and there's like another guy like, well, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Why doesn't Trump want to call me, bro?
Well, I remember Tim Dillon. I mean, Tim Dillon's really up on this stuff and knows a lot about
I love Tim Dillon.
Yeah. And I mean he he knows
his point of view is great.
If he doesn't know a lot, he's pretending very well that he knows stuff. But but after Trump got elected, he was like, this is this is like insane. Like these comics on Twitter are defending the CIA.
Oh yeah. Oh,
You
a
know?
lot of these CIA pundits like basically find their way into like the resistance.
Yeah.
On Twitter,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Evan McCullough, whatever the fuck his name, the bald
Is it-
dude.
Yeah.
In like Utah, he's like a governor of Utah or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
He was a
dude,
CIA
yeah,
guy.
Yeah, fuck these people.
Yeah,
honestly,
yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't like the fact that they have experience in the field doing like just basically regime change and like
Right.
chaos and like basically helping arm like Al Qaeda and like.
I mean, from a certain perspective,
Taliban.
it is fun to see somebody like Trump just come in and be like, "Yeah, fuck you,
Yeah,
fuck you,"
yeah,
and
yeah,
they can't
yeah.
even kill him. they must want to kill him so
yeah,
bad.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he made a deal. He was like, "Yo, I'll kill Epstein,
Mm-hmm.
but you gotta
Oh.
keep me in power."
You
Well,
think, or are you fucking around?
I genuinely think that the conspiracy level of like there's a lot of sort of things that happened within
Yeah.
even his Department of Justice was like, yeah, it just it happened, like I think a lot of people wanted this guy dead, and he made a deal with the devil, aka Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be in
Well,
power.
no argument there, my
Yeah.
There was something where like right after Epstein died, somebody spotted Ghislaine at an In-N-Out burger.
Yeah,
And then somebody found like she was reading a book on the CIA, and somebody found an Amazon review that she wrote. Now I don't know if this is real or whatever. It could have been doctored or whatever it was, but it was like a friend of mine. I just lost a friend of mine who was working for the CIA. And it just reminds me of the heroic work. This book reminds me of the heroic work that these people do.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if, that could have been doctored or whatever, so I don't want to just...
Say
but it
that
does
Jeffrey
kinda,
Epstein's a CIA agent?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Which he does have some kind of intelligence connection.
What's her name? Maxwell, her
Yeah.
dad, part of the Mossad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like that's not a far...
Would you smash?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's a handsome woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, a handsome older woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. I understand why people are looking for her, but I would also want to join that search.
Yeah. I heard she's nice, too.
If you wear
I
a
wish
pearl
she'd
necklace...
sex traffic me.
I wish she would take me on her
I don't
flight
get a lot of compliments.
and like just hang out with the royals.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like they need some brown people in there right now for their PR.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But no, I think I'm not. I
She's
wouldn't
pretty,
be,
though.
She is pretty.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt that Jeffrey Epstein was connected to the CIA. I feel like he had leverage over people, man.
But that's what they said when he got arrested in 2006. They were like, "Don't touch him. He's intelligence."
Oh man.
So
yeah.
I guess the thing is like, this stuff is not as big of a secret as they want us to think it is. I feel like this is something that is pretty. It's a lot more out in the open than we think.
Yeah.
With the internet and everything, and people sharing information and
Yeah, and then looking back at history and kind of like not in like our textbooks, sort of like a way we can actually look at like sources online.
yeah. So that review that she wrote was like, I don't know. It could be. I wouldn't
Doctor,
be
do you
surprised
think?
because we're all. No, it could
think
be.
it'd be real.
She could have just like got real because I don't know, man. Everybody's human. There's very few people who are like Jafar from Aladdin who are like. I'm just trying to think of like a very cunning.
Yeah,
we
like
think of. I mean, every bad person is human, and
They make
vulnerable, and they
mistakes.
have-
Yeah,
She
yeah.
could have just gotten swept up in, and just wrote a review, maybe.
Maybe.
Or they're that brazen and they're that like cocky about what they're doing.
I feel like there's so many people that it couldn't be basically like caught up in the wrong thing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I feel like her being in so many different circles,
Yeah.
it just adds up.
Yeah.
It's like she was like seen everywhere randomly.
Yeah.
Like rich people know each other. The rich people hang out with
Well,
each
that
other.
was a crazy thing too. When they interviewed Prince Andrew, he was like, "I didn't know Jeffrey Epstein. I was friends with Ghislaine, his girlfriend, like the one who's
just even better.
Oh,
yeah.
You were friends with the lady who went into who found these 14-year-old girls and said, "Hey, let's come hang out."
right.
You were friends with the lady who invited the teenagers to the party.
You're basically the one.
You weren't friends with the guy who fucked them.
Yeah.
You were friends with the lady who invited the teenage girls to get fucked
Yeah.
by this guy.
Because you definitely know he utilized her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean imagine some 50-year-old guy coming into the fucking Limited 2 that you work at.
Just goes to Claire's Accessories. What do you want?
Yeah.
Hey,
how's it going?
I like your bangs. I like your bangs.
Yeah. This is a nice watch, huh? Just looks like somebody's dad. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Maxwell, Epstein, I think all of that is connected. Hillary Clinton is the devil, fine, but I think the way that Hillary was kind of like billed as like this war hawk, I understand the reasoning why. Because as Secretary of State, she did some crazy shit too.
Yeah.
But I think she was smart enough to know that like Iran over time had the potential to change if you just ease up on sanctions.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
you don't treat them like a pariah.
Okay.
And that's basically the way that I think Obama tried to interpret it with the deal. But like it's always been just like the pendulum swings the other way after both elections.
Yeah.
And so like because of like what's Trump doing right now, Iran is probably going to elect like a hardline leader, or they're going to have these crazy protests where like thousands, maybe millions of people are just going to get fucking killed because like now they're at a tipping point with that flight, fucking crashing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like they admitted that they did it.
Yeah.
And like this is my like
I didn't do any research before this.
Okay. So like the
episode.
flight
I
was
I know a plane got shot down.
Yeah.
And they admitted to
It
it.
was a Ukrainian flight, right? It was a Boeing though. And so like think about like
Oh.
Ukraine is at the heart of like what's going on in the impeachment right now.
Yeah.
And it's a Boeing plane. Boeing stock's gonna go way up as soon as like this war happens. It's already going up way right now.
Yeah.
And it's a commercial airline. There's a lot of Canadians on board. There's a lot of Iranians on board. And like Iran shot it down. That being said, you know, it left from Tehran. So like I don't know if like they can be like, oh, like it was planned.
It
Like,
left from Tehran. It was going over.
it was going over
Ukraine.
into airspace, but like some trigger happy Iranian obviously like, you know, pulled the
Yeah.
plug. And yeah, I mean that's a dumb move on Iran's part, but like
Yeah.
what if it wasn't them, dude?
What if it wasn't Iran?
What if it wasn't? I don't
What if
know.
it
I
was
mean,
us?
dude, CIA, shit,
But
Boeing,
didn't they say
Ukraine.
conclusively? Didn't they admit to doing it? Or maybe
No, they admit to doing it, but you know
Yeah.
what? Like maybe someone who was pulling the trigger just was CIA, man. Maybe they had some Epstein, you know,
Do you
some
have any
encounters
evidence for that though?
I don't. I have
Yeah.
absolutely none. But like
just
this,
speculating.
yeah, this is
Yeah.
100%
It
speculation.
is fun to speculate.
It is fun, yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like it's interesting to see like how all these like sort of narrative threads happen, like
Yeah.
DOD,
Yeah.
Boeing, Ukraine,
Yeah.
all of this shit. It's all.
I think
crazy.
that Colin Jost kidnaps UCB writers and keeps them locked in a RV,
yeah,
and they write all his stuff.
and that's how Scarlett Johansson stays so young.
Mhm.
She drinks their blood.
Yeah, she eats them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
If they make a joke that's not funny, yeah, she eats them.
And then Shay just knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, whatever.
He's like, I'll never tell Seth Simons.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like what we did with Qassam Soleimani at the end of the day, because we talked about this on like the last episode, very dumb move. Just
Yeah.
because like he wasn't like an immediate threat. Granted, this guy's killed a lot of Americans, but
Yeah.
he was like their Patton / like what's his name, Freddie Mercury.
Yeah.
And like there's a lot of people who were in the streets for him, and you can see right now there's a lot of protests, people who are against him.
Right.
It's never clear cut.
No, it's never clear cut. But
Yeah.
that's the weird thing where people try to turn it into this like they try to turn it into this thing where like, no, see, he was a bad guy. But it's like, okay, even if he was a bad guy, let's say he was a bad guy. Let's say he was the worst. I mean, my mom said that he was 10 times worse than Bin Laden
No.
because she just believes anything.
Yeah.
But it's like, even if he was a bad guy, why do you want to start?
Yeah.
Why do you want to start shit?
Bin Laden was a bad guy because he worked for the U.S., so that's why Soleimani's not as bad.
Yeah.
Soleimani, no one knew his name like 3 weeks ago.
No.
I knew his name because it popped up in like, you know, what I was studying.
Yeah.
So like Mike asked me to do the podcast because I studied like Iran when I was in college, and like I wrote my thesis on the deal.
Yeah.
Not just because I'm brown, which is totally fine too. I have a Farsi tattoo, if that any sort of qualifier, but that's just for the ladies. Just for the ladies. But yeah, I feel like Soleimani not nearly as bad as Bin Laden. Bad guy. Should we have killed Saddam? Definitely not. That was a dumb move. There's a lot of bad people in the world. The fact that we did it is because he wanted to take away from impeachment.
Yeah.
Make him look fucking hard. Fuck around with like, Iran a little bit. Yeah.
So it's like, as bad as Saddam was,
we shouldn't have killed him.
we shouldn't have killed him because it destabilized.
It destabilized the Middle East. I think millions more people died under like the Iraq War than
Millions
any
more
time.
people
Yeah.
died,
And I mean, now you have a religious conflict there, and now Iran is gaining more influence there because we just fucked up. So because of this whole assassination, Iraq asked us to leave. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I know I'm not for these like dumbass endless wars.
Yeah.
But like, what a dumb move on like the conservatives' part. Like they want
Right.
to stay there for a while. They want the oil.
Didn't they ask Saddam too? They were like, why did you gas the Kurds or something? And he was like, that would take years for me to. He's like, if I had 5 years, I could explain it to you.
Dude, I feel so bad for the Kurds, man. Out of like they share basically their area: Syria, Iraq, Iran, and Turkey. And
How about this?
Yeah,
What are Kurds?
they're like a mountain ethnic group, and just some interesting people, very nice people.
Yeah.
They're very like left leaning and like very like the women are soldiers.
No, it sounds like they've been on.
Yeah, they've been on the offensive for a while, on the defensive for a while,
Uh-huh.
because they just like never had a homeland during like the Cold War, like nation building period,
Mm-hmm.
and they've been fucked by all these like surrounding countries.
Mm-hmm.
Turks hate them. Turks are like Kurds. If you're Kurdish, you're either a mountain Turk who's confused or you're a terrorist. That's the way that they interpret Kurds.
Uh-huh.
I don't even know how bad it is in Iran. I don't think it's like as bad.
Yeah.
Iraq, obviously pretty bad. And Syria, I mean, they've got a little space to themselves right now.
Mm-hmm.
But then we're fucking them because we're helping Turkey.
Yeah.
So, it's around and around. They just get gangbanged by
Yeah.
all these brown people in the Middle
Yeah,
East.
yeah.
It's the worst. It's the worst. But they fight back.
Right.
Yeah, that's all you can ask for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been there?
I've been to Istanbul. That's where I studied abroad.
Okay.
So that's why I learned all of this like Kurdish kind of hate and
Yeah.
rhetoric. And like my family's been to like I'm from Kashmir, but
Sometimes like until you go to a place, it's hard to understand a place until you go there and see it. I mean, like I never thought I would go to Croatia, but I went there for vacation.
that's a nice spot.
And-
Dubrovnik,
Yeah.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you just kind of get an understanding for who the people are and what they're.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and I think like
I mean, I didn't go anywhere else, but
yeah,
it's weird.
that's as far east as Mike's goes.
Yeah, but it's like I'm not that dumb of a guy, but you can't really understand. You have to study this stuff pretty extensively
to really kind of like feel some sort of empathy or like some sort of like I mean,
So any idea that killing Soleimani was a good move?
From us, it's great. I mean, like, we're not going to really see anything.
Yeah,
from that.
We just kill whoever we want, really.
Yeah, and because we're like two bodies of ocean separate us from all of that.
Yeah, yeah.
Me growing up, I like went to Kashmir a lot when I was like growing up, and like that's like kind of like a conflicted area. So like I would just spend my summers there. You grow up seeing this in the summer, and you're like, okay, like world's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like you get back, and you're like, all right, like these are things I should appreciate. But like then you hear about America kind of doing these things, like other places, you're just like, all right, fuck.
Yeah.
It's not only America doing it, but they're a pretty big.
It's not only America doing it, but we're pretty.
We're pretty big. We're pretty big into it. Yeah, I think we're like 70% there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like a solid C minus.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. But either way, the British like a good part too.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a project building where you have no business being, and everybody.
Yeah, dude, it's like a game of Settlers of Catan. You play that game,
No.
you just need natural resources. People want to just build on shit.
Mm-hmm.
I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone like liberals. This is why like liberals in international relations theory, they're very much on like nation building, working together collectively to build something like better and like enhance everyone. Like neoliberals are very much like based on like let's be realist about any sort of cooperation we do. And like Democrats right now, besides I think probably like Sanders and like Warren, are all very like hawkish, low key. You know what I mean? They're okay. They're okay with these wars. Like Biden voted for Iraq. Hillary voted for Iraq. They're all complicit.
Now, is that because they got bad information?
No, I think I think they just like saw the sort of like assessment here and were like, I'm gonna do it. Maybe they got bad information too, but like I feel like you don't authorize that, especially just like given the circumstances.
Yeah,
it's just like what instability can do in that region.
Sure.
It's already been done the past 20 years in like the first Gulf War.
Yeah.
Why just add on to that? Why American lives aren't even worth that, dude?
Yeah.
Like you're sending people to their death just so you can get some money.
It's poor people though.
Yeah, it's poor people. Yeah. But like, shit, and they still managed to vote for these guys, which is batshit crazy to me. With that therein lies like the bad education of this country.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, everyone who I know that's like served in the military, I'm always just like a lot of them went to my high school. I'm just like, yeah, man, like like I'm thank you for your service, but like I feel like you don't need to do anything there. Like, what is the mission in Iraq? What is the mission in Afghanistan?
I know.
Bin Laden was in Pakistan, dude.
Yeah. And they just basically like gave him up, right?
They gave him up, I think, like because he wasn't an asset anymore. But like the people who were running Pakistan at that time were very, very fucked, fucked up, and like the military in Pakistan also very sketchy. Yeah. The guy they have right now is not that bad. Yeah. The whole area is so fucked, Mike. So fucked.
Well, it's just funny to think too. Like, there's a bunch of guys on Instagram that I follow that are like, I mean, there's a few that I can think of. One is just a straight up grifter, and then the other one is like an Iraq war veteran. Yeah. And he's always going on about like this is what a man does. You like protect your family. Like I'm a veteran, and like,
yeah.
I just because I almost want to ask them like, do you feel like we did any good over there? And I'm sure they did, or you have to convince yourself that we did.
Yeah. I think like when you probably like fight in like warfare and like you see civilians around,
Yeah.
you're like and like you basically save them. I think you probably have that idea,
Yeah.
but like at the end of the day, like you're there and this is happening because you're basically there.
Yeah.
So like
You're like, bye, good luck, and then another Marine is just sniping them.
yeah. The one that was occurred. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like think about other countries. They also have like intense nationalism. I'm sure their military feels like the exact same way, but they're not as involved in like conflicts as we are.
Yeah.
So like I feel like when you go to like any of these
Well,
places,
that's like an underdog story, though. I mean,
what, America?
no, like all these other countries
other
that
countries,
America's fucking with.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think like I'm just trying to think of like the best takeaway of it's like Turkey was like an example of someone who kind of played their cards right in terms of like choosing the West when like the Ottoman Empire like fell and like during the Cold War.
Yeah.
Because like they signed on to NATO and like they're a mostly Islamic country, but they kept very secular. And they worked mostly with the U.S. and sometimes had some stuff with Russia just because of like the proximity. But they were never like invaded by the U.S. They had like their own military. Okay. And they cooperate with Israel right now. So because of that, like they've never really experienced like a foreign invasion on behalf of the U.S.
They're a pretty big power.
I'd say they're up there in terms of like players there now.
What are they, like 100 million people?
I don't know the exact demographics, but that wouldn't surprise me.
Because Iran is 80 million, I think.
Yeah. And dude, like, man, like Iran, I have like ancestral roots there. Yeah. You just see it, like, man, it's a beautiful ass country. People like about that shithole, like Iran. Like, yeah. What like they're gonna bomb U.S. cultural
that's
sites?
a guy who's a cop, and some of his friends died in 9/11, so you got to give him a pass.
Yeah, which Iran had like nothing to do with.
I'm sorry that Iranians killed your friends.
Yeah. Those are the Saudis. Yeah. And maybe
if your friends passed the sanitation test, they wouldn't have to be cops. And they wouldn't have had to go in those buildings.
Maybe if those guys didn't get degrees.
If they had a few higher IQ points, they could have been garbage men.
They could have gone economic degrees and been in the trade center. So they would have been hit firsthand.
Right. Take that, pigs. Just want to say, fuck the NYPD. And no, just kidding. Firefighters are cooler anyway.
I agree. I think what Jon Stewart's done for him is pretty great. The whole 9/11 thing. Yeah. But, I feel like Iran definitely did not deserve this in a weird way,
Did you think that maybe we were going to war in the past week or so?
No, I don't think we were going to go to war. War wasn't the first thing I thought of. My thing was it's just going to get bad now. Like, there's going to be a lot more shit directly with Iran involved. So, like...
How many people did Iraq have?
That died?
No, like... Population? Yeah. They're smaller than Iran.
I think they're smaller than Iran, but still like a good amount. I think like maybe like 70,000 or 70 million. Double check that shit. CIA World Fact Book. Listen to the CIA. They know what they're doing. I think what were we saying? Iran. What did?
How big going to war?
Go to war? Did we going to go to war? No, I think like it's just gonna get bad.
Yeah,
because like they have proxies, and the guy that we killed was basically like the guy who was like the liaison. He was like the booker of proxies, basically. And to kill him, they replaced him pretty quick, but he was like an icon to these people. Yeah. So now like they're gonna wage war in their own like sort of situations a lot more intensely and a lot more, I think, probably smarter.
Yeah. Because they're not gonna forget about this.
They're not gonna forget about this. Not too anytime soon. And Iran has a very big cyber security capability, and so like they could definitely fuck with us, especially during the election year. So they might put Elizabeth Warren at the ticket, and that would be really bad. I think that would be really bad. Yeah. But yeah, I think that the cyber attacks are going to get bad. I think any sort of attacks on like U.S. embassies and like bases.
They make Andrew Yang win somehow. They just hack the way into.
He's like, we trust the Asian. Yeah. Honestly, I remember I did this.
Your loss, Iran. Learn that the hard way.
Yeah. Oh man, I think Andrew Yang could be like Jeremy Lin for our country, dude. Yeah, just like a Harvard-educated Asian American. Taiwanese. I think they're both Taiwanese.
Is he Taiwanese?
Yeah, I think they're both Taiwanese. Oh. Yeah, I think they could just steal the spotlight if you just give them the ball. Yeah.
So you didn't think we were going to war, but what did I want to ask you?
When you go to war, is this guy bad? Was the Iranian nuclear deal a good deal?
Yeah, I'm just gonna make a note of because I'm gonna cut this part.
All right.
Cut this part out, but yeah. So. Actually, yeah, let's talk about the nuclear deal in a second. I'm just going to write this down.
Yo, come to the Knitting Factory. There's a free show. We checking out. Also, this guy performed at your show. I don't know who that is.
Wait, shit. Yeah, so let's talk about the nuclear deal.
Yeah, go ahead.
I didn't really know what the nuclear deal was. I just knew that my uncles were mad about it.
Mad about it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why were they mad about it?
Well, if you asked me what the nuclear deal was, I'd be like, oh, I guess they're letting Iran build nukes.
Okay, yeah.
But it was just nuclear power?
Yes, I mean, again, they had nuclear power just like from the back of like the days of the Shah. What they were doing was enriching uranium in their centrifuges to basically have the level of capability of making a nuclear bomb. They weren't actually doing it, but what was like sketchy about it was that like these nuclear facilities were near their military facilities, and they've said over and over again like, hey, we're not building a bomb. IAEA, which is like an international company that check like inspections on that kind of shit, verified it. They're not doing anything like that like right now. But they was getting close to that.
Can you invest in that company? Is that a publicly traded company?
No, it's like one of those like UN institutions.
Mike's stock picks, everybody.
If Iran goes
to be
to
checking
war,
out a lot of freaking Arabs in their nuclear facilities.
look at the market. Look at the market.
It's a short sell.
Okay. But yeah, I think we made the deal because Obama had come into power right at the same time as Rouhani, who was more of a moderate mullah.
Yeah.
And they wanted to basically extend sort of like a deal because Iran was like hurting from sanctions.
Yeah.
And there was a lot to be business to be done with Iran. And we could have interacted with them on a better sort of foreign policy level and economic level.
Okay.
And like Europe really did not like the sanctions they were putting on them because
Right.
they would have gotten a lot of business with Iran too.
Right.
So the P5+1, which is the Security Council, like USA.
Wait, was Ahmadinejad a mullah?
No,
he wasn't.
He wasn't a mullah.
Okay.
No, but he was like a great guy.
Yeah.
And he was really well dressed. That beard,
just a true original.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
An icon.
An icon.
Yeah,
style icon.
So
It's a good Halloween costume.
You know what? I should.
Yeah.
Thank you. I will actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I can just get.
Because you could be
spray.
condescending to people when they don't know who it is.
That's true.
You know.
I was Kaepernick this year.
I
think that was good.
Yeah, you look like him a little bit.
I had an afro. It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think Rouhani and Obama.
I was Candace Owens.
You're just like a huge Kanye fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really great. I can see that. You can definitely see that. You got the hair for it. Yeah. So Rouhani and Obama basically wanted to work out this deal because all the parties were going to come out of it great. Saudi Arabia, Israel hated the fact that negotiations were going on. The foreign minister of Iran.
Why did they hate it?
Because they basically get the most business.
The business.
They get the business if they, the fact.
What
that
kind of? So we were putting sanctions on Iran, and it stopped them from doing business with Europe.
Yeah.
Why did it stop them from doing business with Europe? Just because it was part of our.
Yeah,
our
I mean,
thing?
like we got our allies.
We just make all the rules. Or we got our allies to sign off on.
Yeah,
Okay.
we got our allies to sign up, and also like sanctions. This idea, like Obama tried to utilize it. Merkel,
our dicks are just that big.
Yeah, our dicks, our economic dicks are like that big.
Okay.
Where like basically shrinkage if you're not involved with us.
Okay.
Merkel and Obama wanted to use basically sanctions as basically like a stick or like a carrot, and so. Eventually, they sat down. Zarif, who was like a foreign minister for Iran, he was educated in the U.S. He's boys with John Kerry, who was Secretary of State.
Yeah.
They come to the table. They work out this deal.
Yeah, I know who John Kerry is.
Okay, I know. We didn't vote for him, but yeah. Fucking, they come to the table and they get the deal done in like the summer of like 2015 or back then. And like it's a good deal because you're getting fucking 6 countries, the Security Council and Germany and Iran to agree to something. And at the end of the day, like they were not going to get a nuclear bomb from that.
And the deal was basically to lift the sanctions off of Iran.
Lift the sanctions, and not all sanctions, not on their military. They're obviously involved in a lot of other like terrorist like related activities, but we were not lifting all the sanctions from them. And then part of the deal, because like fucking Trump's people like to bring this up, is like we gave them like billions of dollars in cash. We owed them that money back when like the Shah was in power. We just kept it, and so like part of their deal was like you got to bring that money back to us.
Yeah,
because like you've been storing it for so long. It's been like an escrow. So like we gave them that back.
Why are we holding on? Oh, just because the Islamic Revolution happened and
we held up the money. Yeah,
we were like fuck you.
Yeah,
when the Islamists took over.
Yeah,
we were like we're gonna keep your money.
Yeah, when the Shias.
Is that why they stormed the embassy?
No, they stormed the embassy because they hated the Shah.
Okay.
But they hated the Shah, and then the U.S. was seen as like the people behind the Shah.
Yeah.
And and like the U.S. obviously still was involved with like trying to like influence Iranian politics, and like they're very proud people, like the Italians, very flamboyantly proud.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so they don't like when foreign invaders are kind of messing with their internal affairs. Yeah. Yeah, fucking Sicily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's why the mafia was originally formed, because Sicily was just always getting invaded.
That's
so
what it was?
people,
Yeah.
so people
Okay.
develop these sort of groups to be like, we don't trust outsiders. We don't, we stick to our own. And like,
Oh, okay. That's interesting. Yeah.
yeah,
I have never been to Italy. I gotta go.
yeah, it's nice.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta go.
I thought I was gonna not like northern Italy because I'm Southern Italian, but everybody's really nice.
It's like blonde there, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
like
weird.
blonde and European and polite.
Ugh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the food, how's the food?
Then you go to Calabria and they're like, no, the food's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I guess I'll go somewhere.
It's more like mountains, so it's more,
Yeah.
it's
more like Swiss.
dairy and
Yeah, I get that. Okay. But yeah, so they stormed the embassy. U.S. basically, I mean, the U.S. is behind also like the Iran-Iraq war.
Yeah.
This is obviously after the embassy storming, but like basically the U.S. is behind a lot of like terror in Iran leading up to that point.
Mm-hmm.
And the embassy that they just like raided in Iraq, that's one of the like precursors of like them killing.
The U.S. was behind terror
in Iran, like domestic terror in Iran, like because like they were behind the Savak, they were behind the intelligence services, and they were also depleting the oil from Iran. So like they're basically just colonizing the shit. They're gentrifying it.
Yeah.
The U.S. was there.
Right.
Persia was the original Williamsburg, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah. So all of these things in the Middle East were not necessarily looked favorably upon.
Mm-hmm.
Stupidly, in the Cold War, we chose Saudi Arabia and like the Arab bloc over Iran.
Mm-hmm.
And the Iran, because it's like the biggest sort of like fuck you to like America in terms of like states in the Middle East,
Mm-hmm.
they get to capitalize on that sort of anti-American sentiment with like minority groups who are like under autocratic regimes in like the Arabian Peninsula.
Okay.
So because of that, like there's a lot of constant wars in like the Middle East, and that's fueled by Iran.
Mm-hmm.
But in reality, like Saudi Arabia and like the Sunni states are kind of like driving these things, and like they're like basically being like despots and like dictators and tyrants, and their people are fucking sick of it.
Yeah.
And like the Iranian Revolution, like as bad as it is, like there's some semblance of like you're overthrowing like a monarchy, you're overthrowing like a bad sort of authoritarian system.
Right.
The Iranian government is like a crazy theocracy that's mixed with like really weird parts of democracy.
So a lot of people got behind the Islamic Revolution because it was kind of like the only alternative to a non-Westernized.
They were the most organized. Yeah, but they were the biggest sort of points of like sort of just grievances against the government. So they became popular because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty similar like how like Trump was like the anti-establishment thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like you just go with someone is the almost polar opposite of what you've actually experienced like your entire life. Yeah. So yeah, it's weird.
I was thinking about that today because when you present like a lot of people who have accused Bill Clinton of stuff are now they're conservative, but when you give people though like that dichotomy of like these are your only two choices, you can either pick a Democrat who rapes and then his wife covers them up.
Yeah.
Or you can pick this other guy. They're going to pick the other guy.
They picked the other guy. I understand. Because, like, again, the Clintons are seen as, like...
But you got to stop giving people only two choices.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Something else.
No, I mean, dude, the two-party system's so stupid.
Yeah.
This is why, like, I appreciate, like, Bernie's, like, an independent. Doesn't have to, like, really adhere to, like, democratic sort of establishment bullshit. Yeah. But yeah, I think it's like it's
people go, he's not a Democrat, and it's like
good. Yeah. You're like, fuck yeah, okay, cool. I don't owe these people anything.
What is a Democrat?
Yeah, I don't know. They switched party sort of like platforms. Yeah. In like what the 50s or 60s.
It's like what does that mean? Like you can't just throw that word around.
It doesn't mean anything as much anymore. It's much as fluid as anything is now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like. People who identify as liberal, it's kind of stupid. If you want to say you're like actually like sort of like adhere to certain sort of values, you say I'm a progressive. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because like liberal ideology is inherently kind of flawed.
Yeah. Some lady on Instagram called me a soy boy because she was saying something.
And you're like, I like oat milk.
Yeah, well, she was like, yeah, me and my brothers are career military. We all support our president. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure you and your brothers will be right on the front line if we go to war.
Right. I mean, even then, like Trump fucking dodged the military. Yeah. It's just that like he's able to kind of like grasp this idea that like we can do whatever we want. Mm-hmm. But like, like if we want to like do this shit, that's just like that's the way we do it, right? Yeah. And like that's like the foreign policy that backfires to actual people.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about something a little controversial now. Then.
All right. Hell yeah. None of this has been controversial.
No.
Yeah.
We're 44 minutes in, and now we can really get into. There's something about like. I don't know. I feel like we really have to push back on this idea of the military being this untouchable thing that you can't criticize.
Why? How is this controversial? I don't think this is controversial at all.
Well, because there's a whole. It's like it's sensitive.
It's sensitive, sure.
When you talk about veterans and you talk about people who...
I think the military and veterans are two somewhat separate things in a lot of different ways. I feel like you take care of your veterans by basically...
Which we don't.
Yeah, we don't. No, we do. Like, the military is used as like a recruiting tool. Again, to poor families a lot of the times. Yeah. It can give you like an education, kind of give you like some sort of like idea and semblance. But like at the end of the day, like what you're doing over there is not like good. Yeah. You know?
But that's a crazy thing too, because I think everybody kind of inherently knows that a lot of a lot of career military people are people from poor families that just needed something, didn't have another option. Yeah. So it's like you can't criticize them, and you can't.
No, I can't at all. It's just like it's the brainwashing of the government. Yeah. You know, it's the structure. It adds structure to people's lives, but like it's been inherently.
But some soldiers are shitheads.
Yeah, that's gonna happen. That happens everywhere. I feel like there's
not the black ones, but
yeah. No, because they're like fucking crazy in there. Yeah, but like fucking no. I think like
so. It's just I don't know. It's like how do you
reason with them?
What's that?
How do you reason with them?
Well, no, but I guess the question is like how do you be anti-war and how do you advocate for the troops?
I don't think if there's like a clear imminent threat, I feel like on the homeland. Mm-hmm. By like certain people and like it's a country directly. Yeah, I feel like then maybe it's warranted. Yeah, but like to fight in these wars where it's like it's stateless now. And like there's
Michael
no easy
Brooks
way
always
out.
talks about Homeland, where he's like Homeland was like the show of the Obama era. Yeah, it's like I have a master's degree in anthropology and Middle Eastern studies from you know.
I mean, dude, that show was
but
Israeli.
She's still like hooking the guy's balls up to a car battery.
That and like she's also like mentally ill in that show. She wouldn't have security clearance. Yeah, it's like that's the whole point of the show is that like she's like unstable. Oh yeah. And I'm like, this white woman would not have a security clearance.
Did she like put a scarf over her head at some point and just like blend in the Yes, she's like Princess Jasmine.
Yeah. I have Disney Plus. Yes. Yeah. I think I mean that show was Israeli, which is funny.
Was it?
Yeah. Yeah, you can see that. But yeah, I think that the government here has done a good job selling the idea that like you're fighting for them, like you're keeping our country safe. Yeah, we got pretty safe borders. We have the best military in the world. Yeah, we don't need to be stationed abroad to really prove that point. By putting these people abroad, we're risking their lives and then generations more of lives. Right, just by having them there. Right, that's any sort of argument that I would have to like people who are in the military.
Yeah, and dude, I feel like you could even convince the most like gung ho troop that I don't want to see you go to war, because you talk to most military families and they're like, no, I don't want my kid to go to war. I don't want and we saw Iraq was such a huge disaster. Yeah. There are still people advocating for it, and there are people who are former soldiers
advocating for war.
Yeah, like Dan Crenshaw, who I feel like is always is just constantly that guy really
such a herb.
Yeah,
fucking hate him, dude.
That guy's a fucking demon.
I mean, he was part of like this like anti-Islam like group on like Facebook.
Is he?
Yeah, and like he just strikes me as that kind of guy that was just like on the surface level, he's like, oh, I'm like for the military guy, I'm a family man. I just want American values. But deep down, he's like, man, fuck these brown people, fuck these Arabs. Like, we need to show that we are the best, and this is a supremacist nation.
He's also just, I mean, he just strikes me as a guy who. Because there's certain people where you're like, okay, if you actually believe that, if these are your convictions, he strikes me as somebody who doesn't have any convictions, none, who will just kind of say anything. Is just a mouthpiece for some of the worst.
Dude, like the eye patch is just like Chuck. Norris. It's like a Clint Eastwood like Chuck Norris character. Yeah, you know what I mean. It just adds to the ridiculousness of it.
But then the whole thing too, like when Pete Davidson made fun of him on SNL, and
harmless
joke. But then he can also, because that's the thing that we have to be resistant to with this military stuff.
It's sensitive,
because then he's able to be a victim, and be like, oh, I served my country, and who are you? And like Pete's dad died in 9/11. That's probably. I mean, I guess that guy's eye got
blown. Yeah.
He probably poured bleach in it or something.
Yeah, I don't. You can get. I don't know. You can get some sort of surgery.
But it just seems like he's on the shittiest.
It gives you
the worst. It's the worst grift.
Yeah, it kind of gives you that sanctimoniousness. Just a little bit, like I'm holier than you because of this.
But then it's a crazy thing where you have SNL that's supposed to be this liberal show. Yeah. They're but they are. I mean, that's how they present themselves.
Yeah.
They're like, we're like it's a resistance show.
It's like Upper East Side liberal. You know what I mean?
or Upper West Side?
But it could be both. Upper Manhattan liberal.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how it's like probably presented.
Upper East Side's I think more conservative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, I used to live there. Fuck.
The Upper West Side has the highest concentration of adopted Asian babies, I think, in the world.
So they're all heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my old joke.
Yeah. I actually watched it last night.
Cool.
Yeah. It was good. That was really good.
Nice.
Yeah.
But
that does sound familiar. Where did I hear that?
Yeah. But
You
but,
did your
but,
research
but just to think that like it's nobody at SNL had any objections to that guy coming on the show. I just feel like maybe we should be suicide bombing things.
Oh yeah, I mean it's just very much like
If we had any balls, we
yeah.
would be.
If we had any balls, we would do it, and then we would definitely get booked on a UCB showcase at the very least.
If we suicide bombed,
Yeah. I guess
we'd be dead.
We'd be
Yeah.
dead. Well, that's like UCB.
no, because
like,
UCB,
just like
would be yeah.
Yeah, that theater.
I don't know.
I feel like with a guy like Crenshaw, who's like able to go on like these like entertainment programs, like everyone can just point now at the fact.
But it's not even war that he's like the war advocacy because I follow him on Instagram.
Yeah, ooh,
He'll-
Instagram.
Yeah.
On Twitter. Okay.
Well, he'll be like okay, so the Democrats introduced a new bill about lowering the price of drugs. Now that seems like a good idea, but let me explain to you why.
It's not.
Yeah,
Oh man. Yeah. I
I mean he seems like a guy who could argue against like veteran stuff
Yeah.
if he
Yeah. I mean, it wouldn't. I mean, I don't know where he stood on the whole like Jon Stewart the recovery thing and like the memorial fund. I don't know if he was like a big part of that, but like these guys.
he's just shameless.
It's shameless because like aesthetically and like on the surface level they can present themselves like pro-American, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, like him, all these other Republicans and a lot of Democrats, they all take special interest money and all of these like lobbyists and all these like influences basically push all of this bullshit out, and
Yeah.
we're never allowed to actually focus on the real issues of the country,
Right,
because it's not profitable.
right.
So yeah.
I know. So we got to just stop creaming our pants for the military.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, this is what I kind of like about Bernie.
Mhm.
The big idea is here is like he's not necessarily just
But then
saying
he's got
like
the most military.
I wouldn't
voters.
be dude. The veterans probably fucking love him because like
Yeah.
they rely on these programs that are
Mhm.
basically underfunded, underappreciated, not expanded enough,
Mhm.
and like at the end of the day, like we don't take care of our vets, but we
Mhm.
spend a fuck ton of money on the Middle East and like on our military where it doesn't
Yeah.
really make sense to anymore.
Yeah.
And like if you have that money available, you have
Yeah.
that money available at home.
Yeah.
So like I feel like the way that he just says that is just like, all right, how clear cut of an answer is that?
Yeah.
Where like you don't have to like basically have all of our tax dollars go to like endless things that we don't even care about anymore.
Yeah.
They could actually be helping out the country and like we actually making this country actually a good place to live. I
It's
don't
just
know.
crazy how my dad can buy stock in Halliburton and get himself an in-ground pool.
That's
but
pretty
veterans aren't taken care of.
Yeah, because Dick Cheney is creating American jobs,
Mhm.
right? And like
Yeah.
that's job creation for those veterans.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
He supports the Patreon though, so
yeah.
thanks, Dad.
Yeah. There you go. Thanks, Mr. Racine.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your dad's name?
Bob.
Bob. Oh, I thought it'd be more Italian.
Yeah, Robert.
Roberto.
Bob.
Yeah.
I guess they're more like I don't know,
Boberto.
Americanized.
Yeah. Okay.
Or I mean, my grandparents were born in Italy, but
Okay.
he was born here.
So that means you're definitely a person of color.
Me?
Yeah. If your grandparents are, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If they're Italy,
Hey,
yeah.
Thanks.
I definitely sign off on that.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll wrap up in a little bit. But any final thoughts? Did we miss anything?
No, I think the debate is tomorrow,
Mhm.
and what happened was like Warren just said that Bernie told her that
I'm so
Don't
fucking
make it.
burnt out on politics.
I am too, and I don't even watch like cable TV anymore. Do you watch cable news?
No,
Yeah, I try my best now. I mean, I
I'm
have,
like
I have it
not
on right
funny
now.
anymore.
Yeah, it's not that great
Yeah.
anymore. It's I mean, Twitter is like how I keep up with most of my news.
Yeah.
To see Twitter explode over this right now because like I follow
Mhm.
obviously Bernie and like Warren people.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's just like added effect for tomorrow. It's all politics,
Dude,
it's all
she is,
theater.
okay, so fine. Keeping with the theme of this show, which is
Yeah.
organized crime, she's a fucking like rat and a slime ball. And I hate to say this
Okay.
because I don't want to say this about the most prominent
Yeah,
woman
yeah.
who's running for president. I don't want.
We would
but
never
like,
say this about Kamala. We would never
she's
say
such
this.
a fucking disappointment. There's that video of her where she's like, when I was a little girl, I went out and bought wallpaper, and my daddy said nobody can hang up wallpaper, and I said, how hard can it be? People dumber than us do it every day.
Oh man,
And
that's cringe.
yeah,
Ooh.
but not that she said people who hang up wallpaper are dumb, which I
Yeah.
mean maybe they are.
Yeah.
The fact that she's like a 12-year-old buying wallpaper
At Michael's
is bizarre.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
How is she getting to the store?
Yeah.
Yeah.
she's such a fucking. She's just such. I'm just so disappointed by her.
Yeah.
Because I remember that first debate in July where she really came out really strong and supported Medicare for all, and I was like, okay, if it's between her and Sanders, obviously I will prefer Sanders, but this will be.
I'll still vote for her. Yeah.
This will be good.
I'll still be. Yeah.
Yeah, and just she's such a fucking disappointment.
I mean, a lot of people have been like using her like Medicare or like healthcare like site and like even like her student debt stuff, and like they're finding that it's like not as sort of like progressive as Bernie's, or it won't make as much of a difference as like Bernie's would.
Yeah.
She also used to be a Republican.
Yeah.
And like Bernie's whole thing, what I like about him too, he's been consistent basically his entire life.
Yeah.
You know, the guy's been like very anti-war, Democrat, socialist, all of that.
It's just such a much more like substantial, tangible campaign.
Yeah.
Whereas when she's like, you know, if a guy ghosts you, just to say, I'm not going to give you my pussy anymore.
Oh,
like,
God, yeah. I mean, again, like, that's that generation that needs it.
No, but she's trying to that just bugged me because it's like she's trying to appeal to just the worst parts of being a millennial.
Yeah, but I feel like that
she's
gets you the media, you know?
What's that?
That gets you the media, I feel like, these days.
That gets you to the media. Yeah, but she's not doing well in the polls.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, it's kind of a relief for me to think that, like, oh yeah, the whole world is not like that.
Yeah, totally.
Like, not everybody, you know, eats lunch at Just Salad or Sweet Green.
I know they don't go to Cabo.
Some of us are Taco Bell. Most of us are Taco Bell.
Taco Bell Cantina. Okay.
Yeah,
we can get a little fancy every now and then.
But I just feel like Bernie's people are
no, they're working class people.
They're Taco Bell people.
Yeah. Inherently, this guy definitely has like a pulse of this country.
Yeah.
And I feel like the working class people are very pissed because none of the economic like sort of success has really ever carried over towards them.
Yeah.
And like that's the huge sort of like thing with America. It's like you come here to basically like earn a living, kind of like make it, provide for your family, all that kind of stuff. But like when the system is so stacked against you, like inherently you're gonna vote for like people who you think have the solutions for it.
Yeah.
Trump worked because he was like, it's not working. The establishment's not working. It's all fucking rigged, yada yada. And they're like, well, this guy kind of like, you know, channels what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And Bernie has that idea too, but he's in a lot more of a less bigoted way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's why he's so authentic. The guy's been doing it since like fucking Nam.
No, and for Trump, it's just a grift. It's always been a grift.
It's been a grift. Yeah, I mean,
but there is a connection, like him watching that kid mow the lawn. I think people
like that.
People really think that he cares about them.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think they felt that way about W too.
Yeah.
Like probably more than his dad.
Probably.
That
people
was kind of related to
Yeah.
But
probably related to like just Texas dumbass.
Yeah, but there's stuff that Trump does that just makes him like
endears
when he was
him.
talking to the Wind Talkers and he's like, "I like you guys."
Yeah.
And he made fun of Elizabeth Warren.
Pocahontas.
Yeah. But he's saying it to like the native, these 100-year-old Native American guys.
They're just there, like they're veterans too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's so great.
There's something that bothers me too about Warren supporters, and like, I mean, this is disappointing because, like I said, I don't know, I just like I wanted to like her, but there's something about her supporters where I'm like, you guys are fucking losers. You don't know how to win.
Yeah.
And it doesn't seem like there's a lot at stake for you.
Well, what they're doing right now, this leak right now, it's on the eve of like basically like the biggest debate. And like, she's struggling in the polls. Bernie has gotten a lot of media attention recently because he's doing really well in the polls.
Yeah.
And like, I think she's kind of catching on. I was like, all right, well, I need to attack now. And I think her campaign was like directly behind that. Because they leaked this shit. It's all CNN. They all fucking love these people.
Yeah.
But yeah, they are very much fucking. I don't like.
But do you feel the way about her supporters? It's like there's something about them where
people who I feel like they were excited about Hillary have carried over to Warren.
Yeah.
And I feel like the people who
I'll put it this way:
Yeah.
if you do the no subway pants, if you do the subway no pants ride, you might be voting for I would imagine you're voting for Elizabeth Warren or Buttigieg or. That's who I think does that.
What is a subway no pants ride?
There's a thing where, because some people are just too free. Like,
okay,
I still feel like, I don't know. I mean, like, and I'm sure you're the same way. I've just always felt like I had to make my own way in the world and find my own way and like not fuck up.
Yeah,
and not have. I've never felt like I had a huge. I mean, I'm a white guy with middle class parents.
Yeah.
But
Italian.
But Italian.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So I'm not like invincible.
You're not a white guy. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Dude, it's great when POC tell me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
One of my I guess like my favorite jokes that I have is that like I'm from Syracuse. Kind of pulled me over. He thought I was Italian, and I kind of like had like a good riff about it. But
nice.
yeah, I like Italians.
Yeah,
they're POCs. But
nice.
yeah, you're like a white guy, and like what because of that, people.
I said that to Usama once. I was like, yeah, like Italians were, we're like the bottom of white people. And he was like, yeah, but you're the top of brown people. And I said that on stage that night, and it like nobody like got because it was in Minneapolis.
Oh, it's 1,000 laughs or 1,000.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think because dude, we all love The Godfather. We all love Scorsese movies.
Yeah.
And like you guys are just bickering families.
Yeah.
Like, we all relate to that.
Yeah.
How much food is important. It's like you're hairy. Like women and men argue. They have like their kerfuffles.
Right.
Yeah. It's a fun thing.
Do you remember that Chappelle Show sketch where it was Wu-Tang Financial? It was like the Wu-Tang Clan giving financial advice.
Oh, I don't think I've seen that in a while. No,
And
I just saw
like,
the race draft like this past week again for the first like the maybe second, third time.
Yeah, so it's a Chappelle Show sketch from like 2003, and it's like if you need to like planning your family's future is hard, but like come to Wu-Tang and it's RZA and Jizza like giving this guy in a bow tie and his wife financial advice. Yeah. And there's a part where Jizza is like, "Yo, this is not trading places. This is real fucking life." He's like, "Protect your goddamn neck." And I feel like that's how I feel about that's how I feel about Warren supporters.
Okay, yeah,
this isn't fucking Game of Thrones.
No.
It's not The West Wing. This is fucking real life.
Yeah.
Get your shit together.
I know. I think they don't
Stop.
understand
We're not
that.
fucking around.
No. I don't know. I actually hypothetically, I
They're
don't know.
fucking around.
I don't know if they'll win. I don't know hypothetically if like Warren.
They're not gonna win.
I don't think they'd win.
And when they lose, they better shut the fuck up. Because I don't have time. We don't have time for them. We don't have time for them.
We can't say, well, Bernie would have won because then they're like, Bernie should be dead. He's a fucking misogynistic, anti-Semite, very condescending. You see how he treats women. I'm like, just,
yeah.
I really can't stand it, man.
But do you know what I mean? She's not going to win the nomination.
She probably won't. I hope she doesn't. But at the same time, the media hates Bernie. They hate him. It's going to take a lot more. I think how many months more?
I know, but every time they attack him, he gets stronger.
I hope he gets. I'm going to donate. I'm going to donate.
Bullshit.
I'm going to donate after this episode because I feel like tomorrow is really.
I donated.
You donated?
I'm giving weekly now.
You're giving to the Patreon of Bernie.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to subscribe to the Burn.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think I actually will because like the only candidate I've ever donated to was Obama.
But it's just a weird thing where like you talk to them and they're like, we need a woman. And it's like, this isn't casting.
No, yeah, it's not. You can't.
This isn't the fucking newsroom or whatever.
We need. I hate.
We're gonna die.
Yeah.
You're not gonna die.
Yeah.
Your family's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
But people are gonna die.
People are gonna die, and like it's unrealistic to expect that people are gonna.
Enough people have already died.
Yeah.
Enough fucking Mexican kids have already died.
Yeah.
And there's been like 6.
Yeah.
Like 6 kids that have
just in our custody in ICE, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
All of this shit.
How about
I mean, I don't think. Here's the thing about Warren. I think she would enact progressive policies, but I think she's going to be.
Of course.
She's going to be very much a continuation of establishment Democrats who like very slowly maybe pick up the pace on any sort of.
But she's going to fuck up in some alternate universe where she wins a nomination and becomes president. Yeah. It's not. It's not going to be. It's not going to be much of a difference.
So we should get the Mossad after her, right?
She's her own Mossad.
She has her own Mossad. Yeah. Right. Actually, the Mossad is with her.
Yeah.
The Mossad is with her.
She's Mossading herself, basically. She's CIAing herself every time she.
I mean, her and,
every time she talks.
and Maxwell are definitely tight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You definitely see that. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we're gonna wrap up.
Bernie 2020.
Yeah. You want to plug anything?
Just at Bassam Shawl on Twitter and Instagram. I got a show at the Stand every third Sunday of the month at 7 p.m. called Brown Mirror. So come out to that, and we'll have Mike on there soon because he is a person of color.
I'll be funny again once this election's over. I mean, after Iowa, I'll be funny.
Yeah.
I am trying to.
We
might take a break from the crime shit for a little bit
and just become a completely socialist Bernie podcast.
No, there's too many of those.
Yeah,
already.
there's too many of those. Yeah,
I just want to
saturated.
Yeah.
I
just want to be Anthony Cumia. I mean, I'll never be that talented.
Yeah.
I'll never ever be that talented.
Yeah. I'll be the Opie then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
sure.
I think that would be good. That'd be a good reboot of Brown Opie.
Oh, speaking of rats, Johnny Sack blocked me on Twitter because I said,
"Who the fuck's Johnny Sack?"
You ever see Sopranos?
Yeah, who is that again?
The guy with the fat wife.
Okay, yeah.
So he's like a big conservative guy
Oh
on
God,
Twitter. He's a big conservative presence on Twitter, and
that's how they pay money. That's how they
he's
pay
just
the bills.
he's just like a nasty guy. Like the stuff that he retweets and signs off on, he's just like a nasty guy.
So he's a bad Italian.
Yeah, no, he's a good Italian. He's an exemplar.
Oh, he's exemplary.
Exemplary
Yeah.
Italian. Yeah, Italians. I don't know if you noticed, but they're pretty
right.
They're pretty stupid. I thought it was Polacks that were stupid.
Yeah, that's why Greenpoint's
But
gentrified.
yeah.
You guys still got Bay Ridge.
We don't let people gentrify, which is kind of nice.
That is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Little Italy's still a neighborhood.
Not really, but like Carroll Gardens,
Bay
like
Ridge.
East Williamsburg.
Yeah.
There's Graham Avenue will.
Bensonhurst.
Yeah, but nobody wants to live down there.
Yeah, that's fair.
I guess we do let
Yeah,
people
yeah,
gentrify
yeah,
us.
yeah.
Or we
But,
do let
man.
the neighborhood
Yeah.
change. But so all I said was Johnny Sack is a better person than the guy who played him, which is like not even. It's like whatever, like a throwaway tweet.
Yeah.
And then these Kumia fans were like, they were tagging him and they were like, "This guy's talking shit about you."
Oh my God.
And I'm like, that is literally the worst thing you can be. Is
A mob
fucking-
snitch?
A snitch.
Yeah.
You're
Twitter.
telling on
Twitter?
somebody.
Yeah.
You're telling on me
Yeah.
because you want to
To another man.
enjoy your and then so like I was having a back and forth with this guy like calling him a snitch,
Yeah.
and then Curatola goes, "Take me out of your conversation." And I'm like, "Look, dude, all you did was annoy him."
Yeah.
So that was nice.
And that guy broke
So-
Omerta right there. He broke the silence of the
He
mob.
broke Omerta and he lost Johnny Sack's respect forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's a bad Italian.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I'll see you in hell. All right, everybody. Thanks again. Thanks for listening. You know the drill. Sitdownpod@gmail.com if you have any feedback for us, and support us. I'm not asking you. I'm telling you. Support me on Patreon. Okay. In the 100+ episodes that we've done this show, we've had 3 ads. I don't want to have to run ads, but I will. God damn it, I will fucking hawk Blue Apron. Deb and I had Blue Apron recently that it was delivered to the wrong address, and it was lovely.
So did they make it
I
for
made
you?
some pork lo mein.
Oh, okay. Makes.
Yeah, you throw it together.
Oh, I think I saw
Comes
that on
right to your
Instagram.
door in
Yeah,
a
yeah.
refrigerated package.
Is it good?
If you're intimidated about cooking, you just get right in there.
You right in there?
You just open the thing, read the instructions.
Yeah.
In 15 minutes, you have a delicious meal for 2.
How's the cleanup?
Same standard.
Yeah.
But actually, it's a little better because everything comes portioned out.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I would probably never do it because I cook a lot.
Uh-huh.
But it was nice to make. you
Yeah.
know, chicken stir fry.
To not have to go out and get it. You
Yeah.
know, to have like these other ingredients.
like a pesto rice bowl.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, pesto and rice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. See, Italians, dude.
It was like beef and pesto with rice.
Dude, that's such a almost brown meal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seriously. Yeah. We
Yeah.
have very similar. It's like kofta for us.
Uh-huh.
You know, you ever heard of kofta? It's like the meatball, sort of like ground beef.
Okay.
And we usually do it with rice.
Yeah.
But like pesto, I mean, that's like a little bit of a different sauce. We kind of like have a little more like saffron, turmeric, and all that kind of crazy shit.
Yeah. I don't eat a ton of rice. I'm more of a pasta and potato guy.
Get into
But-
rice. Get into rice.
No, but I love. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, do that. Yeah, get into rice, man.
Okay.
You're gonna like it. It's a good dish.
All right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll do that. I'll do ZipRecruiter. I'll do, I don't know, Casper Mattress. I mean, whatever. Don't, I got to eat, you know? Anyway, thank you very much, guys. And we will see you next week. Bye-bye.